Right now, somewhere in your kitchen, there's a food small enough to fit in your palm that's about to do something to your brain most people have no idea about. It's been part of human breakfast for thousands of years. And in the next
The
few
egg
minutes after
and
you
your
eat it,
brain.
something happens inside your skull that's genuinely more fascinating than you'd expect. That food is the egg. And what it does to your brain when you eat it on an empty stomach is exactly what we're breaking down today. We're going step by step through what actually happens
Complete
in your
mind
brain
food.
when you eat eggs first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, and why so many nutrition experts consider it one of the most complete foods for keeping your mind sharp as you get older. To understand this, we need to talk about a compound most people have never heard of, but it's essential for your entire nervous system. It's called choline. Your body needs choline to make acetylcholine, a chemical messenger your neurons use to talk to each other. Without smooth communication between neurons, things like remembering a name, learning a new language, or staying focused in a meeting suddenly get a lot harder. Here's the part that surprises people. Eggs are one of the most concentrated, most accessible sources of choline in nature. One large egg can give you over 100 milligrams of it, a meaningful chunk of what an adult needs in a single day. And eating it on an empty stomach? When your digestive system isn't competing with other food, that choline may reach where it's needed more efficiently. But the story doesn't stop there. Hidden inside the yolk are two more compounds worth knowing, lutein and zeaxanthin. These pigments are usually talked about for eye health, but they also accumulate in brain tissue. Research has found that people with higher levels of these compounds tend to process information faster and hold on to memories better, especially as they get older. So why does fasting matter here? After several hours without food, like overnight while you sleep, your blood sugar drops, and your body enters a state where it's more metabolically receptive to a nutrient-dense food like eggs. Many people who eat this way believe it optimizes how efficiently your body absorbs vitamins and minerals, letting choline, folate, and B vitamins get put to work from the very first moment of your day. Let's talk protein. Eggs contain extremely high-quality protein, meaning they deliver every essential amino acid your body can't produce on its own. One of those is tryptophan, a key building block for serotonin, the neurotransmitter tied to mood and emotional stability. Tryptophan also helps produce melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. In other words, eating eggs for breakfast might not just affect how sharp you feel during the day. It could affect how well you sleep that night, too. Add to that vitamins B6, B12, and folate, all present in eggs. Together, they help keep your nervous system healthy, support neurotransmitter production, and several studies link them to a lower risk of cognitive decline as you age. Some nutrition research has found that people who eat eggs regularly, 2 to 4 times a week, show a slower decline in semantic memory and problem-solving ability compared to people who avoid eggs entirely. Quick pause here. If this kind of everyday science is genuinely useful to you, subscribing to Infinite Lab is the simplest way to make sure more of it reaches you. Sharing this with someone who loves learning or dropping a comment genuinely helps this channel keep going. Moving on, eggs, especially from hens fed an enriched diet, also contain omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats are essential for keeping the membranes of your brain cells intact. When those membranes work properly, electrical and chemical signals move between neurons more efficiently, which means clearer thinking, faster reactions, and better focus over long periods. Eggs also bring phosphorus, iron, and potassium to the table. Phosphorus helps produce cellular energy, crucial, considering your brain is a small percentage of your body weight, but burns a massive share of your daily energy. Iron is essential for carrying oxygen to tissue, including brain tissue, and low iron is commonly linked to mental fatigue and trouble concentrating. Now, scientific honesty matters here. No single food, no matter how complete, is a miracle solution. The evidence shows a positive association between regularly eating eggs and certain markers of cognitive health. But researchers are careful to point out this doesn't prove direct cause and effect. What does seem consistent is that eggs, as part of a varied, balanced diet, can reasonably support your long-term mental well-being. So how do you actually use all of this? A simple prep, scrambled or boiled eggs with fresh vegetables and a healthy fat, can be a balanced breakfast that combines sustained energy with the nutrients your brain needs to start the day clearly. Some people specifically eat 2 eggs on an empty stomach, since that amount covers a meaningful portion of your daily choline needs. And how you cook them matters. Boiling or poaching preserves more choline and B vitamins than deep frying at high heat. This isn't about making eggs the single star of your diet. It's about understanding them as one valuable piece of a bigger picture that includes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and good hydration. Brain health comes from consistent patterns over time, not one miracle ingredient. So, back to the original question, what does an egg actually do to your brain when you eat it on an empty stomach? Based on the evidence we have, it likely gives your nervous system a set of nutrients that support neuron communication, help produce neurotransmitters linked to memory and mood, and deliver antioxidants that protect sensitive brain tissue. Combine that with the metabolic state of morning fasting, and this one simple food could be a quiet, consistent ally for your cognitive well-being. If you made it this far, drop a comment telling us what food you want us to break down next with this same level of detail. Every comment, every share, every bit of engagement is what keeps this project growing and gets reliable information to more people who want to understand their own body and mind a little better. Thanks for coming along on this one of the oldest, most versatile foods in human history. See you in the next episode.